Beautiful scenery, isn't it? This is Bertha's beach at Fitzroy in the South Atlantic on the Falkland Islands. I'm keeping out this picture for the moment just so you can enjoy this gorgeous scenery here. Absolutely wonderful. I'm trying to find somewhere out of the wind. I'm currently covered in a fine layer of dust now. What am I doing here? Talking to you from this gorgeous beach. I'd just like to talk to you about the reason I am here really is I come to visit the Falkland Islands having been a Falklands veteran, because it really is a beautiful place. Even though back in 1982 when the war happened and I was here, and here at Bertha's beach is the memorial for Foxtrot 4 of HMS Fearless, which I'll show you shortly, brings me a lot of calm and peace from where I was back in 2007, prior to 2007 when I first came down, to help sort out my PTSD. And this place has certainly done that. It wasn't easy after the first visit, but later on we were very lucky, and I'm able to visit on a regular basis with friends down here. And I know lots of other veterans that come down here get a lot of peace and satisfaction and understanding of what we achieved back in 1982, what it meant to the Falkland Islanders and how the islands have grown since then, and how grateful the Falkland Islanders are for the service and the loss of life that happened down here in 1982. There aren't many places where veterans can come and experience this. And I think it was a bit of an experiment once upon a time to find out if going back to the scene, because that's what people say with PTSD, you go back to the scene of the incident and that can help clear some of the pain. Now, PTSD is an awful thing. Trauma creating anxiety, flashbacks, nightmares, cold sweats, violent outbursts, not being able to focus, all sorts of things can happen to you. And there are many ways of dealing with PTSD, and many people are suffering many years after the incident happened, and they go through all sorts of therapies, CBT, EMDR, people take antidepressants, etc. to get through it, and sometimes it works for them, sometimes it doesn't. And we have these horrendous statistics of veterans, 63 at the last count that I'm aware of, committing suicide. And it's not just veterans committing suicide, there's something like 18 men a day commit suicide in the UK due to various issues such as PTSD, anxiety, depression. It's a very difficult subject, still almost a taboo subject for men to talk about what they're going through. And in this day and age, this enlightened day and age, should we really have to be told you need to man up, which is what a client of mine was told by another therapist, which really didn't help her at all. And it's that stigma that you have to man up that can create so many problems, when really you can go out and find help, talk about what you're going through. You can talk to a really close friend about how you're feeling. You know, it's easy to hide away. In fact, it's not easy to hide away. It's quite difficult to hide away. But a lot of people do hide away. I used to hide away from the world. Used to go on benders and take solace in alcohol. And lots of people do that rather than talk about what they're going through. Sharing with somebody is the first step to help you get on the way to recovery. Finding the therapy that's right for you is the second step. And then carrying out that therapy really is the third step to help you do it. Now, I've worked with veterans with PTSD. I've worked with many people with anxiety and traumas using mind mediation. And it's having a very powerful effect, just as the sun's having a powerful effect on me, as it's blowing off the top there, on helping them change their lives. And with what I do, you don't necessarily have to talk about it. You've got to admit you've got a problem. You've got to know there is a problem. However, by dealing with it and facing up to it, That's the first real sign of courage, that you're getting somewhere with it. And you can get help. There are plenty of places out there to help. So whether you're a veteran or a civilian that has been through trauma and you need help, reach out for someone. Don't allow that PTSD to take hold of you and ruin your life and the lives of your family, because the families are there to love you and they will do everything they can to help you, but at some point they may just say enough is enough, just as you may say enough is enough, and you move away and feel you can't be helped. But you can be helped, and your families can be helped. So never sit around and not think there isn't people out there to help you. There are plenty of organisations out there. There's Samaritans, there's lots of veterans organisations out there, Combat Stress, Veterans United Against Suicide, Forgotten Veterans UK. There's therapists like myself with mind mediation, hypnotherapy. It's a very powerful tool to help you overcome your fears and your PTSD and trauma. So if you can't speak to anybody, pick the phone up and speak to me and see what we can do together to help you overcome your anxieties and your traumas. You're not all going to be fortunate like we as Falklands veterans are to be able to come here to the Falkland Islands to meet the people that were liberated and to enjoy the peace and tranquility that this place brings. And you can see this beautiful beach here, and I'm looking around and looking out at sea, and there's things bobbing about. I think there's seals and penguins appearing out there, and it is just such beautiful place, and getting out and walking, enjoying it is fantastic. Just like getting out and walking in the UK can really help you. Walking for 20 minutes a day can really help with your depression, your anxieties. Getting outside, walking, taking in the air, enjoying the scenery, looking up and seeing what's around you is really important, and it is a good therapy. So remember, there are plenty of things you can do. Asking for help, talking to friends, a really close friend, picking up the phone and talking to one of the many helplines that are out there, picking up the phone and talking to a therapist or your doctor. Allow yourself to get that help. It's going to be a difficult time for many come Christmas, feeling very pressurized to do things, buy things, spend money, be involved in crowds that you don't really want to. Just let somebody know that it's difficult to help you get through it, because that's what it's about. It's helping you to get through what you need to get through. I hope this has been helpful with those few little tips that I've given you.